Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, Magnetic Reversal News, Sacred Geography, and Shinrin Yoku, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Sunday, November 26th, around 6 p.m. Mountain Time 2023. Take a look at Krakatau going boom. And we also are keeping a close eye on the Reykjanes Peninsula as an eruption is still likely. Keep calm. It's boom time. Accumulating snow expected Sunday in Metro Detroit. All the links will be below. In fact, Michigan, winter storm, 6 to 8 inches of snow expected for parts of the state. We'll get to the full forecast in just a moment. New maps are showing where snowfall is disappearing. Wait, what? Yeah, in fact, they're claiming that there has been a 2% reduction globally in snow, especially in the northern hemisphere. Well, unfortunately, that doesn't jibe with the data. For the last 5 years, the total snow mass in the northern hemisphere has been above the 57-year mean. Something is afoot. Here we can confirm it from the Finnish Meteorological Institute. This year, above the record, look at this, it's above the standard deviation going back to 82. So we are in record territory as far as snow cover, yet the media seems to make stuff up. What's that all about? Let's take a look at the actual snowfall, shall we? But before we get to that, let's read the forecast. Lake effect snow across the Great Lakes and moderate rainfall in the east. A wintry mix is likely across the mid-Mississippi Valley and interior Northeast this afternoon, while moderate lake effect snow is likely across the upper Great Lakes this evening. Meanwhile, across the east, a coastal low developing near the Carolinas will move north along the east coast this evening into Monday, which will be your fun day, increasing chances of moderate to heavy rainfall, especially in the Northeast. Let's take a look at the raw data. If I could just pull up a model here. There you can see that storminess as going to roll up the Northeast there. Going to be hitting Philly, maybe New York, New Hampshire, Vermont, up into Maine, and roll offshore here by Tuesday. And that's going to mean heavy snow for high elevations. Take a look at just in the next 24 hours, that snow piling up in the Northeast. The big winner there, New Hampshire with 16 plus on the higher elevations. Some snow to West Virginia in the high elevations. And Michigan, almost the entire state picking up an inch or more, the heaviest in the northern tier. Light snow for midweek into the weekend when a heavy system is going to be moving into the west, bringing our region more deep snow. Shut up, Al. Al Gore is not happy. And they are not going to be happy in the UK, hey, where global warming is king and snow is a thing of the past. Well, until maybe mid-December, when most of the UK is going to be pummeled by it. As well as Europe, the Alps could see record-setting snow. And look at this, 72, is that inches? That's 72 centimeters up here in parts of Russia. Now, November hasn't seen this much rainfall in a 24-hour period since in South Australia since 1998. A lot of weird things happening in Australia in November. Rare lightning events strike in all 8 Australian states and territories. And if you've been watching the show, we predicted years ago on the increase of lightning and the dangers thereof. Seismic update. Slight uptick in seismic activity worldwide, nothing major, some mid-ocean ridge activity, overall minor activity. And that includes the Reykjanes Peninsula. There was a small flurry of activity over the past 24 hours, maybe a few hundred quakes at the dike, but no eruption yet. And we're keeping a close eye on that for you. Worldwide volcano news update. Not much on the worldwide front. Popo puffing to 21,000. Normal activity there. We've got let's take a look at this. Etna had a really classic smoke ring earlier today. Etna does that from time to time because of the way it's set up. And there are often smoke rings above Etna, and we got one today, as well as an uptick. Renewed eruptive activity at Krakatau Volcano in the Sunda Strait. A sudden, powerful explosion showered and illuminated the island with lava bombs. I hope no one was vacationing at the time. Certainly was a boom. Space weather news update for November 26th. The sun is all quiet at solar max. There are plenty of sunspots to create activity, but none of them are firing off any CMEs or flares. The sun has gone quiet. 3-day geomagnetic forecast is quiet as well, peaking maybe tomorrow KP4 with a little coronal hole stream activity. But other than that, all is quiet on the sun. The astronomy picture of the day is red sprites. These are amazing. Sometimes lightning occurs out near space. Now, one such lightning type is red sprite lightning, which has only been photographed and studied on Earth for the past 25 years. That's it. The origins of all types of lightning still remains a topic for research, and scientists are still trying to figure out why red sprite lightning occurs at all. And it is quite interesting and creepy at the same time. We'll link you below so you can take a look at this red sprite lightning on your own time. Absolutely mind-boggling. Are we living in a simulation? Now, CO2 readings from Mauna Loa show the failure to combat climate change no matter what we do. In fact, daily atmospheric carbon dioxide data from Hawaii is more than double last decade's annual average. So what's going on? Well, the good thing is that CO2 does not affect temperature on Earth. Yes. NOAA substantially cools its December mean temperature forecast for Europe. And take a look at this paper, Understanding Increasing Atmospheric CO2. What it says and concludes is that, well, it's not your fault. In fact, human-induced CO2 may only account for 3.5% of all the CO2 in the atmosphere. Now remember, the atmosphere consists of 0.04% CO2, and humans are just contributing as little as 3% to that number. It is a complete scam. All the links will be below if you want to share it with your alarmist friends. Halo! In fact, a halo was spotted around the moon across England. And this is just like a sundog or a halo around the sun. And it has to do with light refraction and ice crystals at the right elevation. Nothing more, no space aliens, and certainly no Nibiru. Now, a momentous discovery shows Neanderthals could produce human-like speech and hear it and communicate. That's fantastic. It's all based on a 3D model. Modern human on the left, Neanderthal on the right, and the ear anatomy lines up, as well as the ability to speak. So, interesting paper coming out. The link will be below, and that's a boom to knowledge. Please share this video as we are shadow banned and we need your help to grow. Become a Patreon. Support the work we do. And most importantly, be safe. We love you, and that's a boom. Remember, you can always hit the thumbs up. It's free, and it helps with the algorithm.